So I want to segue, and you stay with me because you're a big baseball fan, and I told you that I had the unique opportunity to go to three World Baseball Classic games at Dakin, and I was in the 17th row behind the dugout. Uh, I got to tell you, the atmosphere was unbelievable. USA Mexico, USA Canada, not as much, but still really fun, interesting game. And then I went to the Puerto Rico Italy game. Huge Puerto Rican turnout. I mean, obviously tonight in the final, the U.S. Is going to play Venezuela. It's going to be packed in Miami. It'll be a pro Venezuelan crowd, which does remind us historically with the U.S. in the early years of the national team, and even now, playing in front of crowds in our home country that are pro either Dominican Republic, Mexico, or something to show you the amount of fans from around the world. But I think this is great for MLB.
Yeah, I agree, and it was that was the case. You mentioned like it'll probably be a pro Venezuelan crowd tonight. It was the case against the Dominican Republic 2 days ago. That was a pro Dominican crowd, and as you attested to previously, like it was a pro Mexican crowd, or at least 60-40.
I would say, yeah,
Yeah, like
yeah.
60-40. So like they've kind of, even while playing in Houston and then now in Miami, they've still feel like they're kind of playing road games. I don't know. I don't know what the growth is for Major League Baseball overall, just because I feel like it's already with Japan, with Latin America already pretty well off globally. Maybe this run by Italy helps it in Europe where it's not as big, but it certainly provided, regardless of the expansion and growth for Major League Baseball, it's exciting for the baseball fans to see this level of play and competition at a time of year where most of the time it's spring training and people are just kind of playing 3 innings and then taking the day off. So it's a nice little added boost to the calendar.
Yeah, I think it's a great byproduct. If anybody went to any of those World Baseball Classic games, you want to comment, 713-780-3776. I mean, look, short tournament, short engagement. That'll bring in
Yeah,
somebody
it's like
like
two
me
weeks.
that's not going to watch every single Astros game, right? But I went down there 3 times in 6 days. I had the time of my life. And one of the days I was sitting at home and I'm like, nah, I'm going to that U.S. Canada game. And I went online and got a ticket like 2 hours before and just got in the car and drove down there. But I think it's a good thing. I think it's a smart thing for Major League Baseball because you always want to grab a bit of the spotlight. And I think with this, they really have.
Yeah, certainly with, I think, what's interesting is I think you see how much it means to like the non-Americans in this. Like every single hit in like strikeout, especially watching that game against the Dominican
Oh
the other
yeah.
night. Like they're treating their reactions like it's the World Series. So I think that's the underrated, maybe the opportunity for growth is just the excitement that maybe fans from those nations don't have for regular season Major League Baseball games. They're now being introduced to it in a way that maybe because they're soccer fans and they like the World Cup type, the world competition type of feel to it, maybe this will appeal to them more and bring them into the game on a more regular
Well,
basis.
you mentioned World Series. World Baseball Classic's bigger. Even Aaron Judge says that. This is soundtrack number 5. Listen to Aaron Judge. This is pretty compelling.
Oh, I say it's a big World Series I was in. The crowd here, the crowd we had when we played against Mexico, it's bigger and better than the World Series. It's just, like I said, the passion that these fans have representing their country, representing some of their favorite players, there's nothing like it. And that's what you dream of as a kid. When I was betting in my backyard, playing wiffle ball, this is the moments you dream of, big spots, big situations, and it gives me chills right now thinking about how special that was. I try to take a moment every game to kind of look around, appreciate the crowd, appreciate the moment.
That was Aaron Judge, who also mentioned that he was having his wife video him in the hotel room, his batting stance. He was putting his jersey out. I didn't think these guys carried their jerseys to the games, but
Yeah, I thought that would have put in their locker for them.
yeah, but
I don't know.
he was no, he was genuinely really enjoying this. Now the other thing is the U.S. fan can learn something from the international fan if they want to. You don't have to always sit on your hands. You can wave the country's flag or your team's flag. It's very, very different than one of the regular season games. And I think as players, you can't have that energy like that because this is
162 times? No.
nah. You can't be on the railing. You can't be pounding it every time you get a single. I was at the Mexico game. There'd be contact, and it would be a pop up, and people were going nuts, thinking it was, leaving the stadium. But these aren't just, you did say something like these are soccer fans that turn. Nah, I mean, Mexico, these countries love baseball. They love baseball. Curacao loves baseball. Mexico, Venezuela love baseball. Who did I miss? Dominican Republic's crazy about baseball. Cuba's crazy about baseball. So it is a pretty international feel. I saw a picture. They panned on Altuve when
rooting for Venezuela.
I'm looking at Altuve and I'm going, this guy's going, I wish I was here on this
He wanted
team.
to. He just,
Oh my God.
some guys couldn't get the insurance to play.
I felt so sorry for him.
Because you remember what happened last time he played?
I know.
He got hit on the hand and missed the first 2 months of the season.
Yeah, I'm not buying that theory. I would have let the guy play for his country. He wanted to. You can get hurt anywhere. You can get hurt walking down the street. I don't know. I know I have a lot of friends who debate that with me too. They're like, "Oh no, he can't play. He could get injured." Well, I don't know. I think that's a prideful moment for him. I think he hurt not being there. Honestly, merchandise was crazy. I mean, anybody who's complaining about the price of eggs or gas, just don't buy those $185 baseball jerseys. Mexico's merchandise, I think they claim, might have sold out. And, man, everybody was wearing jerseys. Puerto Rico, too. A lot of Roberto Clemente, which I think is cool. A lot of Roberto Clemente. But the energy in the building, I mean, I think the players are digging it, too. I mean, it's just something different. It's cool. It's very cool. And it's going to be over in the blink of an eye tonight, and we'll have a champion, either the U.S. or Venezuela. All right. 3 games in 6 days, baseball for me. That was fun. I mean, I really enjoyed that because my life's pretty soccer dominated, which I don't mind either. And we got a World Cup coming.